In this video, I'm talking about Square versus PayPal here. Both of these are services that enable you to use your smartphone, like an iPhone or Android, to accept payments via credit cards. So you can actually take credit cards. If you're having a garage sale or you're selling something on Craigslist, or even if you're a small or medium-sized business and you want to accept credit cards in a convenient and cheap way, both of these services allow you to do that. And they send out the card readers totally for free. And so this is the packaging that the PayPal here card reader comes in. And this is the little reader here. It's actually a little triangle. This plugs right into the headphone jack of your smartphone. And then this here is the packaging that the Square reader comes in. They've changed their packaging over the years slightly. So basically this is what it looked like when I received it. Let's see if I can open this here. There we go. And it's the same kind of situation. The little reader plugs right into the headphone jack and uses an app. In talking about the readers themselves, I prefer the Square reader. It's a lot more sleek and it's just nicer looking. I don't know, just better design. The PayPal here reader is actually a triangle. It's a little bit weird, although they both work fine in terms of swiping credit cards. So they both do serve the purpose. I just like the design of the Square better than the PayPal reader. Now, there are pros and cons to each service that you should be aware of. Square actually deposits the funds after you accept a credit card the next business day right into your bank account. Except if you're new and you charge over $1,000, they will then hold it for, I think, 14 days or something like that, a long time. So a lot of people are kind of angry about that, that Square places a hold on the funds. But you can understand why. I mean, if you're new, they're just trying to avoid scams and scammers. I have had no problem with that. I've been with Square ever since day one. In fact, I was one of their initial, not really beta testers, but one of their initial release people. And so I've been using Square for a number of years. Recently, I've actually charged something that was over $3,000, and that money was in my bank account the very next day. No problem with that at all. I don't know if PayPal has that limit or not, in terms of if they're going to put a hold on your money. One thing that PayPal touts, though, is that the money or the funds are going to be in your PayPal account immediately. So let's say I charge someone on the PayPal here like $100 today, right now. Well, that money, that $100, is available in my PayPal account right away for me to spend right now. And if I have a PayPal debit card, I can actually go to an ATM and withdraw cash. But that really only works mostly if you use PayPal a lot to buy things, like to pay from your PayPal account. If you want to transfer from your PayPal account to a bank account, that will take like 3 days. So if you frequently like to get the funds directly into your bank account, I think Square is a better choice because it'll get to your bank account faster. Square pretty much transfers the money to your bank account right away, automatically. Whereas with PayPal, you actually have to log in, go to your PayPal account and initiate the transfer yourself, manually, and then it still takes like 3 days. So that's something to be aware of. Another thing to be aware of is with regards to customer service. PayPal actually has a live customer service telephone number where you can actually get live help. Square does not. Square does have a telephone number. However, it is answered by a voicemail system and you have to leave a message and then you have to wait for them to call you back. So in my opinion, that's a real negative. For a financial service like this, you really do want to have live customer support in case there's some kind of a problem or something like that, because you never know. There could be a problem with a payment. Knock on wood, hopefully that won't happen, but you just never know. It could happen. So that's why I'm using PayPal at this particular moment, even though I sort of prefer Square and I've been a loyal Square user ever since the very beginning. But now that PayPal here is out, I've been using PayPal more just because of the added buffer of having that live customer service should I need it. So that's a real negative with Square. They don't have that live customer service, accessibility, which I really think they should. Also, PayPal has a few more options, like you can actually accept checks. You can see there's a little check button right here. If I press that, you can actually scan a check using the iPhone's camera, and you can accept checks that way. They do place I believe 5-day hold on the checks, but it does enable you as a business person to accept checks. Also, you can accept PayPal from someone if they have their own PayPal account and they have funds in the PayPal account. You can accept PayPal that way. You can also invoice them if you want, like this, send an invoice, which would send them a PayPal invoice. And then, of course, just like Square, you can accept cash. It has the full ability to put a tax rate in there. Also, I believe under settings, there is a way to set it that you can turn tips on as well in here in the settings. So yeah, tips right here. So, like if you're a hairdresser or, I don't know, a driver or something like that, that would merit somebody giving you a tip, you can actually put that on. And also there's printing too, which I believe Square now has too. You have to have like a special printer or a Bluetooth printer or whatever. You can actually print receipts. But the way that this generally works is it emails or texts the person a receipt. So this is the PayPal Here app. This is what it looks like just generally. I'm not going to go through all of the features of it, just wanted to show it to you. And then this is the reader. On the iPhone 5, the headphone jack is on the bottom, so you would have to kind of turn it around and swipe it, or just learn how to kind of swipe it this way, on the bottom. Let me go ahead and show you the Square app next. It's really quite similar, although as you can see, the Square reader is just so much nicer, as I've mentioned. So I go into the Square app. It's called Square Register. They've actually got a couple of different apps now, so as you can see, this is the interface for Square. And it's a lot more graceful and a little bit simpler than the PayPal Here app. And again, you would just swipe the card through here to charge. I'm not going to do it right now, but if I go into settings, you can also set tax here. You can also set tipping. And you can optionally only require a signature over $25. I believe PayPal Here has that as well. That way, if it's under 25, they don't even need to sign. If it's over 25, they would sign with their fingertip, on the screen. Both of them allow you to put a description for what it is, and I believe take a picture also of what it is too. So both services really do work pretty well in general. Although for me, not having the live customer support with Square is a real negative. However, if Square ever goes to, introducing live customer support, I will switch to them because I do like Square as a company much better than I like PayPal. However, at this time, I'm using PayPal mostly just because they have the live customer support, although I don't like their reader as much. So in all, both services are quite useful. The apps are free. They send out the readers totally for free. And they really do enable you to accept credit cards from pretty much anyone. And I've used them quite a lot for selling things like furniture or stuff like that. And, it's been really a great thing in general. So I hope this video helped you understand some of the differences between PayPal Here and Square. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. And thanks for watching my video.